Hello there, welcome back to the course. In this lesson, we'll animate these curved lines. Let's go to the pen tool and remove the fill. Make the stroke white and set the thickness to 7 pixels. I've also activated the rulers with Ctrl R. You can also activate or deactivate them by going to View. With no layer selected, create a 200 pixels wide line. This is why I activated the rulers, because here you can see from 0 to 200. Click at 0, press Shift so you can create a straight line, and click again at 200. And you see our line with a white stroke has been created. Change the name to line 1 and change the color of the layer to yellow. The line, as you can see in the preview, is going to be curved, and what we'll do is add an effect called zigzag, and we're going to adjust the options. Zoom in a little. Remove the rulers with Ctrl R. Here you can see the size of the ridges. It tells us how many ridges there are per segment, and we leave it at 10. And we make the points smooth. Now we're going to use Trim Path. If the zigzag is underneath the trim path, you'll see that in the trim path options, start and end, it's not cut considering the zigzag we created. So when you apply the trim path, make sure it's underneath the zigzag. You can move it down or you can put the zigzag on top. And now when you see the trim path options, it's going to trim considering the zigzag we applied. So create 2 keyframes at start and end. Press U. And in the end option at frame 120, we place another keyframe. Here we'll apply 100% and at the beginning 0%, so we get this animation. In start, we place the first keyframe at frame number 12, and at the end, we'll also place another keyframe at frame 120, at the same height as the previous one. What start will do is to cut out, but the other way around. So here, you can see it's starting at 0%, and we need to put the second at 100%. When we preview, we can see the effect. Select the 4 keyframes. Right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease. Now we can edit the curves in the graph editor. We're not going to use the Easy and Whiz plugin. We'll do it manually. At end, go to the graphic editor. After having applied Easy Ease with the Keyframe Assistant, we get this curve. So we'll go to the Speed editor and look for the anchor point, which will move here to the middle, pressing Ctrl to get a straight line. Do the same with the next one and preview. Now you see it's a lot faster, so we move the points a bit more and preview again. Okay, I think we have what we are looking for, the animation of the curved line. You saw that this line repeated its animation twice, so you might think you have to copy the keyframes with Ctrl-C and paste with Ctrl-V, but there might be a big problem right here in the middle. If you observe here, it makes it go back, so press Ctrl-Z to undo. You could also duplicate this layer with Ctrl-D. Press U. And now you have two curved lines. I'm going to show you a quick and easy technique to create that line and repeat the animation without having to duplicate layers or copy keyframes. Press Alt and click on the stopwatch at Start. Click on the triangle and look for a property called Loop Out Type. This expression has been copied here. Do the same at End. Press Alt, click on the stopwatch and search for Loop Out Type. What this does is it makes a continuous loop of the same animation. There's a problem though, and that's because the End keyframe is before Start. So copy this keyframe and paste it at the beginning. Ctrl-V. The animation won't be altered because obviously between 0 and 0 there's no modification in those keyframes. Preview now and see how the same animation is repeated again and again. Okay, but I only want it to repeat twice. So I'm going to go ahead on my timeline until I see it's repeated twice. 3:12. Press Ctrl-Shift-D, cut and delete. And there we have our line repeated twice. Move this line down a bit. But you see, the anchor point is in the middle. I need to move it. Use the Pan Behind tool and place the anchor point here. So it's easier to move this line and we put it more or less around here. Ctrl-D to duplicate the line and place another one here. So we see line 1 and 2 twice in the preview. Ctrl-D again and place another one here. Ctrl-D and move the next, and so on. You can adjust the position of the lines to wherever you think is most convenient. Now select all of them and take them forwards to frame 24 and move each one 10 frames forward so they are not seen at the same time. Okay, let's preview. There we see our lines, and with that, the project is finished. The animation of the logo looks really good. There's one more lesson on the course, which is just a tip on how to make this a completely editable template. So I'll see you there.